go. Now it's up. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Take it easy, brother.
Yep, you take it easy. We'll talk later.
Sounds good.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of this the struggle as it is to fight the My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. It's just going that weekend, you've seen how it changes people.
All right, we're live here from Eldora with the Pro Late models brought to you by the Regal Wrapz and Designs. Hopefully everybody's ready for a great night of racing. It's been a great night already. I know you were watching myself there in the first two heats, or in the first two series, the 358 mods and the the big blocks. Unfortunately, I ended up making friends with the outside wall too many times and DQing out of the 358s, and just didn't have the luck go my way in the big blocks. But we are here with the Pro Late models, trying to get the SDK to come up if we can, as it looks like it's being temperamental at the moment. As it sometimes will do. There we go. It comes live on my end. Now we'll get it on your end. Now we get the grid to come up here for heat number 1. We only are going to have one heat. Bob the Good starting on pole. They're in the number 7. Then we have Trevor Guru. They're in the 075 to his outside. They're in second. Row number 2 on the inside. Starting third tonight is going to be Jeff Barker in that 513. Joseph Brandy in the 518 is going to start to his outside. Billy Roberts inside row number 3 in the 099 starting 5th. With Jeff Sharp starting 6th there in the 280 there to his outside. Row number 4 on the inside, that is William Watson in the 23 with Michael Vitale to his outside in the 213 starting 8th. Row number 5 in 9th, that is Andy Patton driving the number 87 and to his outside. Rounding out your field tonight, Zach Loveness there in the 202. All right, here we go. Heading down that backstretch, getting ready for the start of tonight's race. There it is. I was going to say, where did my stuff go? There it is. They come there out of corner number 4. Pace car is off. Loud pedal gets pressed. And Trevor Guru going to try to make it 3 for 3 here tonight as he's on that outside lane. But that inside with Bob the Good down there trying to get a great run. Can't quite do it. Ends up falling back a little bit. Here, as you see, Jeff Barker down there on the inside. Trevor Guru on the outside there. 3 wide there for second place. They roll down there in the corner. 3 and 4. Now back onto that back, or I'm sorry, on the 1 and 2 down that back straightaway. In through 3 and 4 now. You got Billy Roberts there in the 99. Followed by William Watson in the number 23 out front. Trevor Guru and Joseph Grandy in the 518. Up there on that high side, down there on the low side is Bob the Good. Trying to see if he can get a run off that bottom side. And I did take a couple laps around here in my own late model before we went live here with the Pro Late models. And I want to say the bottom very well could come in later. It's hard to say as well as these guys run that top side here. Around off of 3 and 4, back out there onto the front straightaway. And you watch them there down the front stretch in the corner 1 and 2, the 213. Vitelli working underneath of Watson. In the corner 3 and 4 he goes on the bottom. The 513, Jeff Barker. Trying to stay in front of Billy Roberts. Can't quite do so as Roberts. Up there on that high side in the 99, working on getting around that 513. So it looks like the high side is still a little bit better at times. As you see Grandy up there at the top, there is Baru up at the top as well. 2 laps to go here in heat number 1, or rather your heat race of the Pro Late models as they roll down here out of corner number 3 and 4. Back out here onto the front stretch. Final lap for Trevor Guru as they head here in the corner number 1. Back off there into the back stretch, into 3 and 4 for Trevor Guru with Joseph Grandy there second. When Bob the Good back here in third as they battle off, and the unofficial results put Trevor Guru as your winner here at Eldora for the heat race. We'll be back in a quick moment with, well, hold on a moment. Let's go and get your results first. Your official heat run results, or heat results here for your Pro Late models. Trevor Guru getting that win. Joseph Grandy there in second. Bob the Good third. Billy Roberts fourth. William Watson there in a fifth. With Jeff Barker there in sixth. Michael Vitale in seventh. Jeff Sharp there in eighth. Andy Patton there in ninth. And Andy Lobsness there in 10th. We'll be back here after a moment from our sponsors.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
right, back here at the Speedway. Warm-ups are finishing up here with the Pro Late models. As the checker flag waves here off corner number 4. Comes Zach as he gets a couple more corners in here. Here we go, your starting grid for your main event of the Pro Late models tonight. They're going to be Trevor Guru starting out there on pole, looking for that three-peat here tonight. Joseph Grande there in second at 5:18. On inside of row number 2, in the car number 7, going to be Bob the Good, starting there in third. To his outside, the 099 of Billy Roberts starts fourth. Row number 3 on that inside lane is going to be William Watson driving at 23, starting in 5th. In 6th tonight on the outside of row number 3, that 513 of Jeff Barker. Row number 4 on the inside is going to be the 213 of Michael Batali. In 7th and 8th tonight, that's going to be starting at number 280 of Jeff Sharp. And in row number 5 on the inside, starting there in 9, is going to be the 87 of Andy Patton with Zach Loveness in the 202. Rounding out your field tonight in position 10. All right, rolling off pit road there, getting ready to rock and roll here tonight. Hey, watch them all come down that back straightaway one more time around here. They get lined up, getting into their proper running order. All right, down here through 1 and 2. Up there on that high side, you see that 518 of Joseph Grandy. Trevor Rue wanting to get a good start down there on that bottom side to try to beat Grandy into corner number 1 so he can get up there to that high side. The high side is where it's been all night long here at Eldora. And I think it's going to continue that trend here in these 30 laps of Pro Late Model Madness here tonight. Off corner number 4, green flag in the air. They're down here into corner number 1. And Guru did. Wow, he might get that slider up off the corner. If he can move it up, he's got it. He's up there in front of Grandy as they work down there in the 3 and 4, but he dived back down there to the bottom. Grandy back up there to the high side. Now he'll see if he sticks. He does. He'll stick it there to the outside. There in front of Grandy. Bob the Good, William Watson, Billy Roberts all battling for third spot back here. As you see Roberts up there on the high side. A little bit extra sideways there out of the 7. Bob the Good, that's going to cost him a little bit of momentum. Allow Watson to get underneath them there in the corner. Guru right there behind, or Grandy right there behind Guru as they work there through turn 3 and 4 up there on that high side. Grandy looking a little more shallow coming off the corner. 27 laps to go here in the main event. We got Michael Vitale back there on the middle of the track as he's got Bob the Good underneath him. William Watson there in the middle. Bob the Good slides up. Vitale back underneath. Yellow glove tap there from Vitale to the 7 of Bob the Good. Watson up there in third. Grandy still battles there in second. Guru still hangs on to that lead down here in the corner number 1 and 2. 25 laps to go. Everybody's battling for position. Looking back here in the pack, you see Jeff Barker looking underneath Billy Roberts. Zach Loveless back here watching all this take place in front of him. Now Andy Patton and Jeff Sharp back here at the back of the pack. The 513 down there on the bottom. The 99 of Roberts up there at the top. Now they work there through 3 and 4. Watson there third. Guru still hanging on the second, trying to find out where that extra little bit of speed and grip might be to get up there to Guru. He'll make a slide there through the corner, up there and into the outside wall a little bit. As they come down the front straightaway in the 1 and 2. Guru running that top side through 1 and 2. Running the bottom through 3 and 4. As you see, Grandy goes back up. Stays off the wall that time. Now he works down there in the corner 1 and 2. Guru still on that high side. Watson back here in the third. Vitale in the fourth as he tries to look to the bottom side there. Well, maybe scratch it to the middle, really. And he'll run the middle of 3 and 4. Bob Good back here battling with Billy Roberts. And Jack Lovelace. And Jeff Barker battling as you watch that 513 get a nose under the 202 of Lovelace. And Grandy still up there in second. Watson third. Vitale fourth. 19 laps to go here this Thursday evening for the Coast to Coast Regal Wrapz and Designs Dirt Pro Late Models this Thursday night as they roll off corner number 4 down that front straightaway. Looking underneath that 7 of Bob the Good, trying to find a way to get around the 99 of Roberts. Grandy still looking to see if he can slide it on, and he'll get back up there, and you can see that back spoiler pick up a little bit as he gets into that outside wall, just a touch. As Guru's up there in the front, still doing a great job getting that thing navigated around here tonight. Watson back here in third as he tries to battle up there to get with Grandy. On down there, out up corner number 2 they go down that back straightaway. Guru up front, Grandy second, Vitale there in fourth, Roberts in fifth, Bob the Good there in sixth. And you got Loveness down there on the bottom. Jeff Sharp there, Bob the Good as well. Now we got Pat into the pits. There watching Grandy there in second. Still trying to find that little bit of grip to get up there to Guru. Guru's hoping it just stays green. He thinks he can hold him off here to make it 3 for 3 here tonight as Grandy's up there on that high side. Watson's back here in third. And it is very, very difficult with the competition that we have here at Coast to Coast to try to pull off a three-peat. There you see Grandy in that 518 still rolling there a little bit more in the slick than what Grandy is, and Grandy's closer to that outside wall. There they slide it there through 3 and 4. Grandy's up there at the top side trying to gain there. And it looks like they're just about 0.4 of a second behind. Guru still hasn't really closed that much as Billy Roberts back here in fourth, Vitale in fifth. These drivers battled out back here mid-pack. Jeff Sharp there on the top. Up Bob the Good down there through 1 and 2. There's a Guru out there in front still at Grandy trying to gain there on him. Watson back here in third. Still sitting up out. Well, now he's there to about almost a half a second. Now he's brought it back down once again. Working there off the corner. You can see that active gap there changing on your scoreboard there on the left of your screen. As these drivers do everything they can to battle it out, rolling there through turn 3 and 4, up there on the top side. 7 laps to go here for Trevor Guru with Joseph Grandy there in second, Watson there third, Billy Roberts, back here in the fourth, Michael Vitale fifth, Jeff Sharp in sixth with Bob Good 7th. Jeff Barker back there in 8th. Running at 513. Watson up there in third tonight. Grandy there in second. Now you watch him come out of turn 4, 5 laps to go. 5 laps, open hand there from the flagman. Now they roll down there through turn 3 and 4. Down there off corner number 2, Guru and Grandy. Out there running 1-2. Watson, Roberts running 3-4. There you got Vitale and Sharp running 5-6 back here. Bob the Good back here in 7th with Barker. They're looking to his outside now, coming there off turn number 4. See if he can get a nose there. Cannot quite get there. Bob the Good stays low. As Barker tries to get the run off the corner, can't quite get it. Bob the Good did a great job getting the run off the bottom of 1 and 2. I see Trevor Guru working down that back straightaway. 2 to go. As it worked through 3 and 4, now coming to the white flag. White flag is out for Trevor Guru here at Eldora as he runs through 1 and 2. Final time here trying to hold off Joseph Grandy. Going for the three-peat here tonight. As he's down there on the bottom, making sure he blocks that slide line off the corner. It is official. Trevor Guru gets the three-peat victory here tonight at Eldora. Congrats there to Trevor Guru getting that victory. Joseph Grandy, great job getting second. William Watson in third. Billy Roberts back here in a fourth. We'll get the rest of your results right here. With Trevor Guru, as we said, taking home the victory. Joseph Grandy there in second. William Watson third. Billy Roberts fourth. Michael Vitale fifth. Chip Sharp there in sixth. Bob the Good there in seventh. Jeff Barker there eighth. Zach Lovesness there in ninth. And Andy Patton rounding out in 10th here tonight. All right, now we'll get with your winner here momentarily. All right, here we go. Here tonight. Starting there in third, that's going to be William Watson. Good evening there, Watson. How's it going?
Good about you, bud?
Oh, it's going fairly well here in the booth tonight. Man, that's been a fun track here tonight, I will say so, as long as you can stay off that outside wall.
Yeah, I hit it a few times and started losing ground to them two guys. I gotta say congrats to Trevor there and for getting a three-peat, doing something I haven't done.
Yeah, it seems like it's a real fine line to run that top line without getting that outside wall.
I mean, I could do it through the corner. It's just, you know, that little piece coming out of two. It's got a little. It kind of cuts out into the track, and if you're not lined up perfectly for it, if you're on the throttle too much, you'll catch it with that right rear. So, but I mean, top 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 felt good. It's just the exit of 2 for me, and then I couldn't find whatever they were doing up there. I couldn't find it early, so.
Well, you did a great job holding off the pack behind you to pull off third tonight.
Yeah, just I had to hit my marks and make sure I didn't hit the wall anymore, because if I would have hit it again, I'd probably lost another 10th from all my lap times and gave Roberts a chance to get up there and get a podium. So just made sure I didn't do that again.
Well, I know myself. I ended up there in the 358s to go and DQ myself.
I've done that a time or two.
So I said that's a fine line up there at that top side.
Yeah.
So great job. You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting third place.
Yeah, again, I want to shout out Trevor for getting three-peat. Sponsor shout-outs, Duper Performance, ScriptHacks.com, Dean at Dirt Car Series, Vortex Graphic Wraps, Shaggy TV, Coast to Coast, Regal Wrapz and Designs, and you for Broadcast.
Well, great job there, William, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
All right, William Watson, your third place. Now I'll get with Grandy. Good evening there, Grandy. How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on? I feel good.
Oh, that's good. Unfortunately, you didn't quite have enough forward momentum, it seemed, to get up there to battle Guru.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I saw that he was hitting the bottom of 3 and 4 early on. I knew it was quicker, but I was hoping he stayed there a little longer than he should have, and I could have got around him. But he was smart, moved up when he should have.
You did a great job at least staying with him. I mean, it's tough here with the competition, as we've talked about before. The competition is just so tough here at Coast to Coast.
Yeah, you know, the inverts make it harder too, which I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. But, yeah, I saw him. He was in front of me in the heat race, so I was pretty positive he was going to be on the pole. And Eldora is hard in general, you know.
You did a great job. You got sponsor shouts. Anybody you want to thank for getting second place here tonight?
Yeah, Eden over at Raise the Bar, all the guys over at RMDB, Catalytic Recovery, Hinkle Homes, Bad Rabbit, Headline Cinematography, Shaggy TV, Reckless Wrapz. I'd like to thank my girlfriend Olivia, all the guys at Coast to Coast. They appreciate me for broadcasting.
All right, well, great job there, Grandy, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
All right, man. Later. Have a good night.
You too there. I'll get with your winner, Trevor Guru. Good evening here, Trevor. How's it going?
Fantastic, Flieger. How are you doing?
Doing good here in the booth. I still have lots to learn on that track, I'll say that much.
Yeah, not an easy one.
No, the track DQ'd me in the 358s tonight.
Oh, yeah, I think I did see that. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, that wall, and it's so inconsistent, it seems, here, whenever you hit that wall. Sometimes it gives you a 0x, sometimes it gives you a 2x. It seems like it's so inconsistent.
Yeah, I agree for sure. It's never always just a 0 or something, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it's all over the place.
But great job there tonight for you, taking home the victory here in the Pro Late Models. And if I was paying attention to the stream correctly all night long, you got the three-peat tonight.
Yes, sir, I did, man. I'm super pumped, man. I've never done this before. I've never swept Thursday ever, or anything for that matter. And you of all people, Flieger, you know that I've been wanting to do this for a while. There's been times where I've won the 358s in the big blocks and then got second in the pro lates and just missed out. So to finally get it done, man, it's incredible. It feels awesome. Super, super pumped.
Yeah, you joined some of the elite drivers here on Coast to Coast Thursday nights that have done it before. It's not easy.
No, man, it's got to be one of the hardest things to do, especially with the competition in this league, man. It's like a once in a blue moon type of thing. Like you said, the guys that have done it are incredible race car drivers, and I'm super pumped to be able to do that. And you never know when you're even gonna win another race, let alone win 3 in one night. So super pumped, man.
Yeah, I believe it was last season. I believe the guy that finished third, William Watson, I believe he did it once last season.
Yeah, I believe he did, yeah.
So it's very few drivers, few and far between for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, guys like Anthony Morano, Isaac Salas, like those are the guys who've done it, and obviously just great drivers. So, I mean, to be on a list with those guys is pretty damn cool.
It is. It sure is. So, congrats there, Trevor. You got any sponsor shout-outs, people you thank for getting that victory and that three-peat tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Just all the guys at FTM, first and foremost, for the constant support. I mean, going into this race, I was talking to William there, and he knew how badly I wanted to get the three-peat, and he was just supporting me, telling me to stay calm, hit my marks, and so really appreciate him and everybody at FTM for just like I said, all the constant support and just pushing each other to get better. So shout out to every single FTM driver. Thank you everybody at Coast to Coast for giving us the place to race. I mean, I hope it shows something that, you know, how excited I am to be able to get a three-peat in this league. I mean, I love this league. So thank you everybody behind the scenes of Coast to Coast, all my sponsors, Artisan Trackside, Big Tim Race Wrap, Shaggy TV, Expert Installation, Dean Reynolds with the Super Dirt Car Series. I'm always missing people, but everybody on this car, man, it wouldn't be possible without them. And thank you, Flieger, for sponsoring this stuff for us. We really appreciate it. If it weren't for you, we'd have nothing to watch. So, and I'm a guy that likes to go back and watch. So to have you doing it, we really appreciate it, and we thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate you drivers putting on the show for us to be able to broadcast it for you.
Hey, that's what I love doing, you know.
I mean, I enjoy being up here in the booth. You guys being down there on the track. I mean, win-win, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
But man, oh man, great job there tonight, and we'll have to see if you can pull it off again another Thursday night at some point.
Hopefully, man. I'm just happy to get one. Well, we'll see if I can do it again, but I'm not counting on it, man. It takes a little bit of skill and a lot of luck, so we'll see.
Well, yeah, there is skill in racing, but there's also a lot of luck in racing involved as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So, congrats again. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Now, I just have one final question. How was your nerves coming there to the final lap, knowing you had to three-peat and Joseph Grandy was behind you?
Oh, man. I was super nervous because, I mean, I know how good Joe is in these cars, especially here. He's phenomenal in a pro late model, and you put him at Eldora and he's next level. So I knew right from the get-go I had to go out and win the heat, start front row, and then just had to hit my marks, especially on the top in 1 and 2. It gets thin, just really had to hit my marks there, and then I knew I had to leave the bottom in 3 and 4 before it went away, so Joseph couldn't get a run on me or nothing. But I think he made a few mistakes on the top there, and that kind of helped me. It was I think we were decently even on speed. It was I mean, I wasn't pulling away too much, and I saw a couple times he was catching. But I mean, to answer your question, Flieger, anytime, I mean, you're in a situation like this and you got guys like Grandy and William behind you, you're definitely nervous because, I mean, like I said, I wanted to do this tonight. There's been a few times I've been close and I really, really wanted it, so I was definitely nervous coming into it.
Well, because, like, I know whenever I was in a position to win my first race and one of the officials, when I got my first win, my right leg, my throttle foot was shaking so bad, I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep the throttle down.
Yeah, I get that too a lot, especially with when it's like a really intense battle, like you're throwing sliders or like someone's right on you, and you know it's like a really intense battle. My right foot will start to shake a lot. I'm not sure why. It's either nerves or something. I'm not sure.
It's the adrenaline. That's what it is. It's just that you're hyped with adrenaline. You know you're getting it. It's just now you got to battle that right foot trying to keep it from shaking so bad.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's definitely the adrenaline, man. This stuff gets you going for sure.
It definitely does. And I mean, whenever you can pull off something special, it does make the night that much better.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Like I said, I'm ecstatic right now. I'm super happy to get this done, and this will be my last race before I head up to Volusia. So, super pumped to end it on high note before I go to Florida.
Alrighty, so that means you won't be here next week then?
No, I won't be here, no.
Alrighty, well, have yourself a great time at Volusia. Enjoy the racing, and we'll see you next race you're in, I guess.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, you have yourself a great and wonderful night. Enjoy the three-peat victory tonight.
Thank you, sir. Will do.
All right, that was Trevor Guru there, and your winner. As we head off here tonight, thank you all for watching. It's been another great night of racing. Again, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you around. Good night. Hello. Let me run the credits and I'll be right down. Alrighty. I highly doubt it is, but...